Hey guys, welcome back to a new video on what remains of Edith Finch. In the last episode, a deer killed a man, a baby drowned, and a kite killed a boy. And now I don't know where to go. Upstairs. Yes.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Damn, as far away as she could get. This is nice. Oh, this is where mom slept. Oh, her mom moved up to the loft. It was far away as she could get. You know, Holy Bible. I have a book that looks like that. Oh, she's really religious. Teacher's calling.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Oh, so Dawn was okay.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay, cool. So she's then like, I don't want to say.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
That's actually pretty cool.
Lewis was born a year later.
That was pretty quick. Missing signs. Jeez. This is the front of the house. Damn, the storm. This is a bad storm.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Milton. Lewis. Dawn.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Oh, so she was self-taught. Barbara, Molly, Sam, Gus, Finn. Oh, Barbara, Molly, Sam, Gus, Finn, Calvin, Gregory, Odin, Edith, Lewis rules. So this is where Edith said and that's where Lewis said.
But it didn't last.
Scientific method, observation, question, research. All my grade 9 peeps over here know what that means.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
The beginning of the end was Milton's. Edie gave him a castle. Oh, so this is Milton's room?
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Pretty high climb to get to your room, don't you think? So you can try to see something behind you. You can enter there. And that's it. You can just enter there. Well, let's enter there. Why are you saving a lot? I want to know.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Because she looks like them. This music is really nice. Boy, 1992. This is really nice music. speaking of music, if you couldn't watch the video the last video, it's because it got copyright claimed and blocked. By the time I upload this video, it should have been fixed and you could watch my video again. So next time I just have to watch out for copyrighted music.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh, that's cool. Shoot. This is really cool. He's painting a door. Oh, and he enters the door. And he leaves. And that's it.
I was 4 when
Nice.
Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Why did you seal the doors? I'm confused.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Golden Finch, the curse. I wanted to see if there's anything like to see from like Mom or don't like yeah. Guess not. Who else didn't we see it? Edie. I think that's Edie, Sven, Dawn, Sanjay, Lewis. Edie, Sven, Dawn, Sanjay, Lewis.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he
What?
graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
After Mom got no job at the cannery. Lewis, 2010.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Hey, I got a trophy! Wait, this is coming. I know that trophy. That trophy was to see everyone's room. No, we're getting closer to the end. These are massive climbs to get to your rooms.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
So Lewis was a stoner. Sup, man? Let's take a bite. That's a PS1. That's a PS1. What's up, man?
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
You didn't know that, but that was foreshadowing. Sup, man? Lewis Finch, locker contents. Dawn Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery,
We chup.
but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Pew.
His mind began to
His mind began to... Began to what? Began...
Wonder.
Oh. Whoa. This is cool gameplay. And I'm setting the feet. Oh, this is really cool. Hi ho. Hi ho.
I asked him to describe it.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm cutting fish with the right analog stick, and I'm moving the character with the left analog stick.
Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
Let's go that way. I don't know where we're going.
Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously.
Is he playing Dungeons and
I had
Dragons?
hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
This is so cool.
I worried about him then.
Oh,
Daydreaming
this
at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But
And
he
what
said
is boss
Lewis
then?
had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
Oh my god, that's what this game is trying to teach me. I'm doing the thing
So I let him
over
go
and
on.
I'm doing the thing go over and over while I'm still focusing on that. I'm moving this left and right, but I'm thinking of the game like
I even
this.
encouraged him.
That's so cool.
It seemed very promising at first.
Promising how?
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Doggy! Shout out to all the dogs at International Dog
On the
Day
edge
yesterday.
of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Lewistopia. That's scary but cool.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Bum boom bum bum.
Then he made musicians.
Bum 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 dum bum 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 bum.
And songs for them to play.
This is really cool, and I'm still mindlessly
He talked about
playing.
starting a band.
That sounds weird. Like working with fish.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
And it's like growing bigger as
He no
well.
longer spoke at the cannery,
This is so cool.
but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet,
We're fake.
were all in his imagination,
Yeah.
so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor,
It would be funny if they didn't elect
and he
him.
won.
Hey! That's a reference to Mario! That's
They
cool!
begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Oh, hell yeah. And he's wandering
It became
even
a
more.
game for him.
Lewistopia. I know I got more fish. And I'm now riding a boat. This is
Conquer
awesome.
a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
New Louisville.
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Yeah, I can tell that from that by the bigger the thing is getting. Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh, don't.
Minneapolis.
Okay, there we
Until
go.
one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Oh, come on, man. That was so fun. There we go. Whee.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen, beautiful prince. Handsome queen. This is really cool.
The queen was on her own quest for
Center serpents, radiant rainbows.
radiant rainbows.
And now there's a choice telling in the choice storytelling in the system. This is so cool. And I found a rainbow. 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 Rainbow.
He followed the sound of her
Rainbow. Oops. Electric sitar. So electric sitar. Hell
electric
yeah.
sitar.
Give me more fish. Thank you. And my mind is still focusing on the cannery and the fish.
His chase led him to
That's
a
really
golden
cool.
palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
East of the sun and west of the moon. That's really cool.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Hey, there's my beautiful,
He knew the
my
world was
handsome
all in his
queen.
imagination.
That's a lot of fish. And I can't even hear the cutting. Can't even see it. And now it's like an RPG.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
But where's my doggy? As I say that, I hear dogs in the background.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Oh,
And then it struck him
it's really cool.
that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
How does the real Lewis? The real Lewis looks dope, man.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
I like how it's this huge door and this tiny door. Okay, now where am I going?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
No. No, that's not. Is that Lewis?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Finch. I'm not even cutting the fish anymore.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Wonderman. That's the console.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Hey everyone. Am I getting married?
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising them.
Molly. Why Calico? Thank you. Thank you.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Oh no. No.
There was only one thing left to do.
That is not how he died. No. No, that's not how he died. God.
Bend down his head.
Did he? Oh man.
Best I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh God.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Dude, that gives me chills. It saved also. I think I'm going to leave this episode here on an awesome but devastating note. He was a gamer, and damn, his mind just wandered and wandered. That was really cool. Having to like play, like move with the one analog while the other one was like, okay, the analog that I'm moving now, that was the one where I had to move around, and this one was the one where I had to grab the fish and throw it in. And if you watch my videos, and if you watch like really closely, you could see that I was continually grabbing, throwing, grabbing and throwing, grabbing and throwing, and that's just really cool. It's just really cool. So far, Lewis is one of my favorite ones because you get to experience what he is experiencing, like letting your mind wander, like moving around, but still doing that other thing, in the background. That's so cool. I still have goosebumps. Oh yeah, that's the end of this episode. We'll see you in the next one.